So, so that's how they restricted us. So, but in a way created a very tight, knit society, of Moscovites at least. But I am sure the same thing was in Kharkov or Leningrad or Kiev, where people knew each other for generation and generation, and they knew who to trust and who not to trust, and people were very supportive of each other.
How did you learn that they gave you permission to leave?
In a normal way. I think we got a letter from Avir, from this, don't even know how to translate it, this Ministry of Visas, which gave us like a week to pack and immigrate. They always played this trick, say we got it in February and we had to leave in a week, which was almost, I guess it was possible. But at that time, we had lots of friends, so everyone wanted to come and say goodbye and celebrate it. So my husband asked for extension, and we got it. And as I applied for visa, I actually didn't even report that I have a brother who works for cosmic physics, because if I reported him, he would lose his job. So I just never mentioned I had a brother, and I never mentioned I am a member of an artists union, because I knew it's going to be the whole thing. They have to expel me and blame me on being a traitor. And I just wanted to avoid it. But as we started to, to pack or something, we probably had like a suitcase per family member. I wanted to take some paints because I knew I'm not taking any money. I want to take some paints. So we found out that I cannot take paints unless I claim I'm a professional artist. To claim I am a professional artist, I had to go to the artists union and get a letter from them, which I did. So I went there and I said, I'm traveling, I need to take some paints. The woman said, where are you traveling? Like, Poland, Czech Republic? Oh, I'm traveling to Israel, because officially we were going, Israel? She said, and you want paints? So she sent me to the guy who was probably KGB guy in charge of, I don't know, what was it, third department. He started screaming at me. It was just blackmailing and screaming, and how come you didn't report on yourself? And, we're going to call Avir tomorrow and cancel your visa because you lied, you didn't report on it. I said, don't blackmail me. He called another guy, they were both screaming at me. I left, I went home, and I told my husband, go to the airport and change the tickets. We're flying tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what we did. I don't know if they stopped our visa later, I have no idea. So I left without any pains. My kids just had, each of them had like a small backpack. I had a suitcase of my work, and that was pretty much it. That's how we left. And I think they exchanged us 100 rubles, but exchange rate was great. It was like $1 per ruble.
Did they allow you to take some of your work with you?
Yeah, some that I paid. I bought it from them. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because I was exhibiting in the galleries and museums. So they said, we can sell it and make money. So why don't you buy it from us? Of course, I had friends. I had friends in Tretyakovskaya Gallery. It's a museum. So they had to come first, and they had to assess the price. But some of my friends called them, these people from Tretyakovskaya Gallery, who were really nice. So they came, and they said, okay. They gave me some very good price. Of course, I bribed them, too. I gave them I had some great pieces that I gave them as a gift. So they tell me, okay, 10 rubles this, $30 this, and then the Ministry of Culture came. And they had to stamp everything, and they were angry. Why is it so cheap? I said, Tretyakovskaya Gallery thought it doesn't cost much. But I wouldn't afford my work. Can you imagine? I wouldn't afford to take my own work. So I just took as much as I could afford, which was, I don't know, maybe 20 pieces. The rest I left with my family.
And then you arrive in Los Angeles.
Oh, no, no, no. At that time, first we were taken to Vienna. And we spent 3 days in Vienna, and there were a couple of organizations who were taking care of us. There was a Sachnut organization from Israel, who, of course, was telling us we should go to Israel, and they were showing us movies about military, in Israel and how amazing they are. And when we said we're not going to Israel, we were called traitors. But it was wasted on us because we were already called traitors in Russia. So we were there, we were traitors here, we were traitors. And then there was Hayas. So for those who were not going directly to Israel, they will organize American visa. Actually, in Vienna, we lived, it was a camp behind the barbed wire and people with semi-automatic weapon. So we didn't go to see Vienna. So they put us on a train, and then they locked the train. We couldn't go out, and they took us to Rome. And in Rome, they opened the doors, and we were free to go, which was wonderful, of course. So we stayed about 3 months in Italy, in Rome, and I think it was joined some Jewish organization who was giving us just some money to eat. But we survived. In Rome, you don't need money. Museums are free some days, and Rome is free. You can walk the streets. It was wonderful. And then, in these 3 months, we had to go to psychiatrists and doctors and have all the tests. And then we got an American visa, and they said, you will go to Orange County. I said, where? Where is Orange County? Oh, you'll find out. No one knew in Rome, so they took us to Orange County. And of course, we didn't know a thing in Orange County. And in a year, we moved to LA. So that's how.
Why Orange County?
Who knows? We don't know.
Was there a family there that wanted to sponsor you, or a synagogue?
No, we don't know why. I guess they were accepting families. We were a young family with 2 kids. Yeah. Someone decided that Orange County needs more Russian Jews, so we were sent there. It was like, okay, from Rome, where are we? In the middle of the desert. And we lived across the street from Disneyland, which is the happiest place on earth. Kids were very happy.
How would you describe your life as an artist in America?
I've done so much here. When I go to Russia and show my friends just pictures of what I've done in a year, they can't believe it. I said, that's like, what, in 30 years? I don't know. Is it me or is it this country? I don't know.
Why are you so productive here? Do you feel you're being productive here?
Part of it is me, I guess. But that's how people work here, It's this capitalist mentality or Protestant mentality. Work is, it's very prestigious to work. And you work and work and work and work. That's how it is. I think I am productive. And it's also, when I came here, I didn't have much connection to the gallery, and it wasn't immediate money. And I started thinking, how am I going to support my kids? And someone said, can you paint a mural? And I painted a mural, then I painted another mural, and I painted another mural, and I put together a portfolio, and then I called all the interior designers in LA, and like overnight I had a business, and I paint murals since. And of course, they're huge projects. Sometimes I cover with my murals, like, I don't know, the whole house, and these are, I'm talking of huge estates. So that's how people work here, that's how I work here. And I go back to Russia, sometimes have just recent pictures, and they can't believe that it was done in a year. People work there, but they don't work like crazy, I think, leisure is also at a high. It's it's important. People like to enjoy their life, not just their work. It's good. This country is good to work. What else it is good for. But it is good for work if you want to work.
Would you change anything in your life if you could?
No, I am not this revisionist. No, I'm accepting of myself with all my imperfections. I wouldn't change it. One thing that I felt in this country, and I probably would not feel it in Russia, it's almost a feeling that I'm flying. I sometimes conceive some idea, and I'm able to sell it, and I'm able to execute it. And that's an amazing feeling. Not only I paint murals, I also for years I was designing and manufacturing dinnerware sets. And these were custom dinnerware sets. It's like I will go to the people's houses and design something to go with their dining room or with their house. And I remember I went to Pacific Design Center and I met a manager of a showroom and I showed her my pictures. And in a month, I was making dinnerware for this showroom, actually 2 sets of dinnerware. I met their designer who was designing the furniture. They had this West Week, which is once a year a big designers event when designers from all the country, maybe all over the world, come and every showroom decorates it. Of course, Pacific Design Center is not what it was in the 80s when it was booming, the industry was booming. So I met this interior designer, one of the famous one, Peter Scantlebury, and he showed me the pictures of what he is thinking of doing. And I brought him the sketches of what I think will go with this furniture. And a couple of months later, just before West Week, I brought all of these boxes with my dinnerware, and his furniture was there, and I put it on tabletops. And it was an amazing feeling for everyone. You just conceive it, and then you make it, and you deliver it, and it's there. That gives me almost the feeling that I have wings, I can fly, I can do whatever I want. I sort of slowed down. I'm not like this, but in the 80s and 90s, and even 2 years ago, I still was working like that.
Was it different from Russia?
Very different. Oh, very different. In Russia, like say, I wanted to do some ceramics. Where would you buy clay? Or where would you fire it? We all had to steal. Because I was a member of the artists union, I could go to some factory that belonged to the artists union, and I can bribe the worker, and she will steal me some clay, and I will make something, then I'll bring it there, and she will fire it again because I bribed her. Everything was illegal. Don't you remember? We couldn't have any business there. All the money you were just paid by the government. There was no business, no such thing. And I guess it's in my blood. I like it.